Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy Ace Academy. Yesterday, in a very shocking news, the CBI has summoned the former governor of the Jammu Kashmir, that is Satyapal Malik. Okay, and there's an opposition argument which says that the Satyapal Malik recently gave an interview to the Wire, and because of this interview where he criticized the present Prime Minister, he is being summoned and he is being asked questions on Reliance Insurance Scam. Okay, this is the context. And in this context, we will be talking about what is this Reliance Insurance Scam, what happened, and this can be used as an example in the mains answer or an essay that you would be writing going forward. But what is something that is important is the laws that we have in India in order to combat financial frauds or misappropriation of funds. What are the important laws that we have in India in order to combat these financial frauds? So that will be at the end of the video. So if you want to listen to that particular lecture, then you will have to stay tuned till the end of the video. See, what is the context in which we are talking about? You can see here, Satyapal Malik, who was the former governor of the Jammu and Kashmir. He has also served as the governor of Goa. So he has been summoned by the CBI. Okay, so in this context, we will be talking about Reliance Insurance Scam. See, everything happened somewhere in the year 2017 and 2018 in Jammu Kashmir. So what happened was Jammu Kashmir government wanted to provide health insurance to the government employees. Just like any other government around the globe or around India, even the Jammu Kashmir government wanted to provide health insurance to the government employees. And the government came out with a tender, and there was only one corporation which actually came forward in order to provide this particular insurance. There was only one applicant, or there was only one bid. So as the competition is the norm, the state government of the Jammu and Kashmir gave this particular provision of coming out with the tender for the government employees insurance to a broker company called as Trinity. And from now on, Trinity would be floating tenders on behalf of the Jammu Kashmir state government. So now what happened when Trinity came out with the tender, or Trinity was acting as a mediator between the government and also the insurance company, that is when seven other insurance companies came about, and one such company out of the seven was the Reliance Insurance. And eventually, going forward, the Reliance Insurance Company won the bid, and Reliance Insurance Company gave out a 61 crore as a premium to the state government. Okay, so which means the Reliance won the bid in order to provide the insurance to the government employees. Okay, now what is the issue? See, till here, the story looks very fair. Okay, there is no point of any financial fraud. There is no point of any corruption. There is no chance of any corruption till now. So now what happened? When Reliance won the bid, then there was a group of people who actually gave a complaint to ACB, that is Anti-Corruption Bureau. And they said, in Reliance winning this bid for the insurance of the government employees, there is a huge misappropriation of rules. Okay, rules that were there already have been tweaked so that Reliance can win the insurance. So the ACB conducted its report, it conducted its investigation, and in the year 2021, ACB came out with the report and said there is no irregularity found. Till now, we don't find any irregularity with respect to awarding contract or awarding the bid to Reliance Insurance to provide health insurance to the government employees of Jammu Kashmir. Everything is fair. But the Finance Ministry did not leave it here. Okay, Finance Ministry took up this issue on February 10th, 2022. And it came out with the report, and it said there are five irregularities in this entire process. It said the e-tendering process was not followed. Okay, so according to the government e-marketplace scheme, every procurement by the government department should happen online. But here, where the government is carrying out giving out huge tender, even during that process, e-tendering was not followed. Why was it not followed? Nobody could answer this particular question. This was the first irregularity that was followed. Change of criteria for re-tender after only one response was received to the first tender. Why the criteria was changed? When Trinity was acting as a brokerage, we don't have an answer why criteria got changed for the second time. changes in agreement with the Trinity after it was already signed. Already the agreement was signed, and then the changes to the treaty with Trinity actually happened. Release of the first installment of premium before the agreement was signed with Reliance. Okay, so these are some of the irregularities that the finance department has actually investigated, and in this row, okay, because of these irregularities, the governor back then, who was Satyapal Malik, has been summoned by the CBI, and finance ministry finance ministry eventually gave out this particular case for the investigation, for furthermore investigation to CBI, and this is the reason why CBI has summoned the Satyapal Malik in order to question him on Reliance Insurance case. Okay, now the important part of the video, the Indian laws to tackle financial frauds and the misappropriation of funds. You can see here, the Securities and the Exchange Board of India Act, that is SEBI Act of 1992, SEBI Act of 1992, which is a regulatory body for the securities market in India. It regulates and supervises various entities such as stock exchanges, intermediaries, and listed and unlisted companies. The Prevention of the Money Laundering Act, PMLA Act, very, very important one. PMLA, Prevention of the Money Laundering Act, which aims at preventing money laundering and combating financial terrorism. Third one, the RBI Act, regulates all the financial institutions, including the scheduled commercial banks, are being regulated by the RBI Act. The IRDAI Act, the Insurance Regulatory and the Development Authority of India, which regulates and monitors all kinds of insurances that are there in the country. The Companies Act, the Act to regulate and supervise the private corporations. The Benami Transactions Prohibitions Act of 1988, which completely prohibits any kind of Benami transaction in the country. So these are some of the laws that are already present in order to combat financial frauds or financial misappropriation. So with this, we have come to the end of the video. If you have liked the video, please hit the like button. If for more such enriching content, please subscribe to Legacy IAS Academy. Have a nice day. Thank you.